Hey there everyone, here we are in match 1 of our third Innistrad draft. And we got an opening hand with Archangel Avacyn in it, so that's a pretty good indicator we're going to keep it. I'm going to go ahead and hope to draw a 2-drop, but as long as we just keep hitting our lands and stuff to discard to the Reckless Scholar, I think we'll be alright. We've got our choices of Flying Spirits to play, and oh, there's another one. Not really under any pressure from just a Loam Dryad, but conceivably he might be able to ramp into like a 4-drop on turn 3, which could be difficult to come back from, but we'll see. See, he's got a 2-drop here. Quite likely he does. Green-white has a very aggressive creature base often. Alright, I'm just gonna, I think, play the Scholar here. I want to just keep hitting my land drops, really. And I'd probably pitch like a Shepherd or Niblis if I absolutely needed a land next turn. Definitely not blocking. Opponent might have like a fight card or something to deal with the Scholar, but if not, okay, just an Apothecary Geist. I'm more than okay with that. I think I'm gonna look for a land because I just want to keep finding them for now. I'm gonna get rid of one Niblis. It depends on what we can discard here. Emissary. Yeah, that's not ideal. We've got so many 3-drops we're going to play. I think I just want to hold on to this one for now. It's going to have much more of an impact than Niblis number 2. So I'm just going to play Spectral Shepherd here. He can hold off the Unruly Mob and the Loam Dryad, whereas Niblis can't. But yeah, that's unfortunate we missed our 4th land drop. I got a good feeling that our next top 2 cards will have a land in it, however. If we can find a Plains, then we'll be in good shape by turn 5. I guess turn 6 or 7 at this point, as we missed one turn. But yeah, with just a Apothecary Geist, really, it's not that bad. He might have something here. Ooh, okay, an Invocation. That's fun. So he's going to be hitting us pretty hard here, and he might be holding up green and white to protect his Apothecary Geist now. So I really need to find... Oh, I got a Sleep Paralysis. I really need to find a land for that. I was saying I would really like a bounce spell. I also have a Puncturing Light we could use to answer it. I'm going to go ahead and look for something to Sleep Paralysis, and there we go. I think I might just get rid of the Niblis here, and then cast Sleep Paralysis. The next turn, if I have 5 mana, I've got Avacyn, or I could use Puncturing Light and play a 3-drop if I really wanted to. But I just really need a way to tap down this Geist. It's really unfortunate if our opponent's got an aim high. He gets one more attack in. At that point, I might have to like actually consider chump blocking or something. But I think if he's got an aim high either way, Puncturing Light's even worse because it doesn't use my mana very effectively here, and he'll pump his creature out of reach of a Puncturing Light anyway. So I'm gonna just sit back on defense for now. I've got the cards in hand that I need to win. I just need time to cast them. Let's see what else he's got. Byway Courier. Okay, I'll eat that with an Archangel Avacyn happily. And there's our tap land, however. Can also always block with a Spectral Shepherd and then bounce it right back, so that the creature doesn't die, giving him a clue. Yeah, I think I want to hold on to this in case I find that Altered Ego, so I can, might as well draw a card first. If it's a forest, I'll happily play that. Alright. Untap land. So I could play Avacyn and potentially eat 1 or 2 of his creatures, depending on what he attacks with. And then just start going to town on him. I could discard the island, play our 5th land tapped, hold up Puncturing Light, and bounce my Spirit back or something. I think I'm just going to go with the 5th land. And honestly, I might just play a Spectral Shepherd here, attack with mine, and hold up the Puncturing Light. I kind of like waiting until he plays a few more threats out, and then blowing him out with Avacyn, hopefully. Right, he doesn't have a, what's it called, Puncturing Light of his own. He could have maybe used it on my Shepherd, just to get me to bounce it back. Maybe he's got other plans, though. He's got a lot of lands, that's for sure. Alright, Vessel. Not really a threat when I've got a million flyers. He doesn't want to trade his Courier. That's interesting. Okay. Alright, nothing else to do with my mana here. Alright, I'm just going to keep looting, I think. I could have waited until his turn, but okay. Now I'm regretting losing the Woodland Stream. I didn't expect to find Altered Ego that soon. But, yeah. I'm just going to hold off for now. And I think just keep attacking him with... Well, now he's going to bring out his Vessel. So I'm actually going to hold back on Avacyn for now. I could have swung with a Shepherd, and if he traded his Vessel for it, I could have played Emissary then. But, we'll see if he finally attacks, and then I can just flash an Avacyn and hopefully kill a bunch of his creatures. So when she enters, all my creatures gain indestructible until end of turn, and whenever a non-angel creature I control dies, she transforms and flame waves the entire board. Which can be pretty ludicrous. Yeah, I kind of want to just keep holding on to her. He's probably expecting a Stormrider Spirit. She is not far off on, but yeah, he's only got one card in hand. I could just play Avacyn and start attacking with it. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Might as well. Give my guys indestructible. He might start attacking, but she's also vigilant, so she can safely attack into him. And alright, we've got a Thraben Inspector and other stuff we can do now. So, unfortunately, Avacyn's not a spirit. Otherwise, being able to recall her with Spectral Shepherd might be a little absurd. He's just going to take 4. I'm going to play Thraben Inspector, use my Puncturing Light, and find a clue, I think. And then discard a card to the Reckless Scholar. That is most likely. But I should be able to just ride Avacyn to victory here. If he ever finds a way to untap this Geist, I might be in trouble, but we'll see what happens. If I find a bounce spell also, just the wind to protect Avacyn, then that's going to be absurd. But I've got the clock here. He's kind of forced to find an answer to her, else he will slowly perish. I pour over the pages. It's a fine one. I'm going to go ahead and draw and discard, possibly Puncturing Light or something, or just a land. Just dig to a better card. Another land. Might as well pour over the pages to start things off. Be nice if I found a bounce spell, but it doesn't really matter too much. I'm going to untap one of each and discard an island. Could tap down a guy and start getting in there with more, but for now I'm just content to attack with Archangel. I'll start pressuring with more spirits shortly. And hold up Puncturing Light or play Niblis. Let's play Niblis. Next turn we can start going a little wild. Puncturing Light's a good way. If he tries to block with a spirit, I can destroy a creature and pump myself up out of range. He's still just finding land, it looks like. Discarded planes. Alright, just the win. That's really strong. So let's go ahead and attack with Niblis, 1 spirit, and Archangel. He's going to put like 1 spirit in front of the Niblis, perhaps. Can honestly just trade with that. The other option might be to just the wind, tapping my Reckless Scholar to draw discard. Might as well do that now. See what we draw. Another sleep paralysis. Alright, I'm going to discard just the wind, and I can bounce his spirit token, or just bounce and replay my Thraben Inspector, which I might do. I think I might do that. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I like drawing cards too much. And then my prowess will protect my Niblis from the vile clutches of his spirit token. So my spirits are still better. Oh, he's got a trick, it looks like. Not concerned about growing up the unruly mob over there. Got more than sufficient answers to it. Here I'm just going to hold up Clue and Puncturing Light. I think next turn we've got it though. It's going to be really hard for our opponent to hold off our aerial assault. So as much as I wanted to get a blowout with Avacyn, he wasn't biting for it, and I just rather, he only had like 2 or 3 cards at the time. I think it's better just to play her and start wrecking. So he's going to scoop. We would have found another sleep paralysis and a land if we used our clue and drew for the turn. Okay. So he's a good green-white creature-based deck. He's probably going to have equipment cards, which might be difficult to deal with, like True Faith Sensor, and hopefully not like a Slayer's Plate or something. But I could see bringing in a Silent Observer. Not a whole lot else, honestly. Maybe Tenacity, if he doesn't have like instant speed removal. And this card can put a 2-power, or I mean, excuse me, a 3-power creature out of reach of like a Puncturing Light of his own by giving it +1/+1 or +2/+2 off if it's a Niblis. So that's something to consider. I don't think it's really necessary though. So is there any card here that we don't want actually? Possibly Pour Over the Pages on defense. He is definitely an aggressive deck, so I really like Silent Observer, that it can block a Byway Courier without killing it. Don't want him to get a clue later, so I think Silent Observer comes in, and then the very slow card goes out. And yeah, I think this is the best we're going to do. So maybe Strength of Arms. If we had an equipment for sure, I would consider bringing it in, but I'm going to leave it in the sideboard for now, and hope we get just as good of a draw in Game 2. Stay tuned.